Are you missing out on these three blood sugar-lowering nuts? Some days it feels like your blood sugar has a mind of its own. One morning it is high for no reason. The next day it crashes and leaves you exhausted, hungry, and frustrated. You try to eat healthy, but every doctor, article, and diet expert says something different. It becomes confusing and overwhelming quickly. But here is something surprisingly simple. Certain nuts can help support steadier blood sugar. The problem is most people either choose the wrong ones or eat them in a way that does not work. In this video, you will learn the three nuts that help most and exactly how to use them daily. You wake up, look at your numbers, and feel that familiar wave of discouragement. You did not even eat anything unusual yesterday, yet the reading is still higher than you hoped. Your body feels heavy. Your mood is a little off. You pour coffee, but it does not feel like it helps. You start getting ready, but your energy is uneven. Some days it rises, some days it drops without warning. It can feel like your blood sugar is always one step ahead of you, making your mornings unpredictable. And when your morning feels unstable, the rest of the day often follows the same pattern. But here is the part that brings hope. Your body responds to small, consistent changes far more than big, stressful diet overhauls. Something as simple as what you reach for when you need a snack can change how your entire day unfolds, not in a dramatic overnight transformation, but in a steady, calming way. Gentle support instead of restriction. Confidence instead of confusion. A rhythm your body can rely on. And that is what we are talking about today. Three nuts that are easy to add, gentle on digestion, and quietly supportive of the balance your mornings have been missing. Nut number 1. Almonds. Almonds are one of the easiest and most reliable nuts for steadier blood sugar. They contain fiber and natural fats that slow down how quickly your body absorbs sugar from the foods you eat. Think of them like a gentle cushion inside your system. When sugar tries to rush in all at once, almonds help slow the wave. This leads to fewer sudden spikes and fewer crashes that leave you tired and craving something sweet. The benefit is not dramatic in the moment, but it shows up in the quiet parts of your day. The parts where you usually feel tired or foggy. The moments where you normally reach for sugar or caffeine without thinking. Imagine a typical work afternoon, the kind where lunch has worn off, and that familiar low energy starts to creep in. This is where almonds do their best work. Let us bring in a real story. There is a person named Sarah who lives in Colorado. She works from home and always noticed her hardest moments came between 2 and 4 in the afternoon. Her mind would slow down, her focus would fade, and she would get a deep, uncomfortable hunger. Not the kind that comes from an empty stomach, but the kind that feels like a drop in her blood sugar. She used to grab something fast, a granola bar, crackers, fruit juice, something quick to bring her back up. But those foods pushed her blood sugar too high and then too low again. One day, a friend suggested she try something simpler. Keep natural, unsalted almonds in a small bowl near her workspace. At first, she doubted something so small could matter, but she tried it anyway. Anytime she felt that heavy dip, she took a handful of almonds and a sip of water. What surprised her was not a sudden burst of energy. It was the calm. Instead of the roller coaster, she felt steady. Gradually, her afternoon crashes became less intense. Then they happened less often. Her thoughts stayed clearer. She did not end the day exhausted like before. She found stability from something that did not feel like a diet rule or sacrifice. It was simply a quiet shift. This is how almonds work. They do not give a rush. They level the ground beneath you. They support steadiness. They help your body move in a smoother rhythm so your energy arrives and leaves slowly instead of surging and collapsing. The takeaway is simple. Keep natural, unsalted almonds nearby. Try eating a small handful before meals or during your lowest energy times. Not a large amount, just enough to create that gentle cushion. Over time, this tiny habit can help your days feel more balanced, predictable, and supported. Nut number 2, walnuts. Walnuts bring something special to the table. They contain natural fats that help your cells respond to insulin more effectively. When your cells respond better, sugar moves more smoothly from your bloodstream into your cells, where it can be used as steady energy. Instead of sugar building up and causing spikes, your body handles it with less effort. Walnuts do not work by force or restriction. They work by support. They help your body remember how to move in balance. Think of walnuts as a calming presence. They slow digestion in a gentle way, which helps prevent those quick rises in blood sugar that happen when a meal hits too fast. And because walnuts are satisfying, they can also reduce cravings for snacks that push blood sugar into a stressful place. Many people do not realize that cravings often come from blood sugar swings, not lack of willpower. When your blood sugar rises and drops quickly, your brain sends urgency signals. You feel like you need something sweet or starchy immediately. But when those swings are smaller, your cravings soften. You feel more grounded and more in control. Let us look at a real story. Mark lives in North Carolina and works in a busy warehouse. His shifts required constant movement. He did not have time to prepare snacks or sit down for long meals. He relied on vending machine snacks because they were quick. But those snacks left him riding a wave of highs and lows all day. His mood shifted. His patience grew thin. He felt hungry even when he had just eaten. And by the time he got home, he was drained. One day, his doctor suggested something that sounded almost too simple. Instead of reaching for chips or candy during break, try a small handful of walnuts first. Not as a rule, not as a diet restriction, just as a test. Mark shrugged and decided to try. Walnuts were easy to carry and did not require refrigeration. So he kept a small bag in his locker. The first change he noticed was subtle. He felt less panicked when hunger came. The feeling was calmer, slower, less desperate. The second change came later in the week. He did not hit a wall of exhaustion as early in the day. His energy stretched further, held steadier. He realized he was no longer bouncing between feeling full and empty every hour. He felt more even, more stable. This is the quiet strength of walnuts. They do not demand that you change your entire lifestyle. They simply support what your body is already trying to do. They reduce the intensity of cravings and help maintain focus and steady energy through the day. This makes it easier to make healthier choices without forcing yourself to fight hunger or temptation. The takeaway is clear. Keep walnuts simple and natural. Eat a small handful before your hungriest part of the day. Let your body feel the difference in pace, calm, and control. Over time, this one small habit can reshape how your energy flows and how your body responds to sugar. Nut number 3, pistachios. Pistachios often get overlooked, but they offer something deeply helpful for anyone trying to support healthier blood sugar. They contain antioxidants and natural plant compounds that help improve how your cells use energy. This means your body can handle glucose more efficiently and with less struggle. Pistachios also provide fiber that slows the release of sugar during digestion, keeping energy steady rather than sharp and unpredictable. They do not feel heavy. They feel light, snackable, and simple to include in everyday life. Think of pistachios as a gentle reset for your relationship with food. They do not create a spike. They do not create a crash. They help smooth the curve so you experience more even energy throughout the day. They are especially helpful for people who feel like their cravings take over in the late evening or at night when tiredness mixes with hunger. Because pistachios are naturally satisfying, they help quiet that feeling of needing just one more snack to feel okay. Let us bring this to life with a real story. There is a woman named Denise who lives in Oregon. In the evenings, after finishing work and taking care of her home, she always found herself wandering into the kitchen looking for something to take the edge off her hunger. She was not truly starving. It was more of a habit tied to stress and tiredness. But the food she reached for usually worked against her. Things like crackers, trail mix with added sugar, or even cereal. These foods gave quick comfort but led to restless sleep and higher morning numbers. One evening, her sister suggested trying pistachios as her night snack. Not in a strict or forced way, but simply as something to experiment with. The first time she tried it, she noticed something interesting. Pistachios took time to eat. Their shells slowed her down. Instead of grabbing handfuls quickly, she ate slowly, one piece at a time. Her mind and her hunger both softened. She felt satisfied without overeating. Over the next few weeks, she noticed that she fell asleep more peacefully. Her mornings felt calmer. Her blood sugar readings began to shift into a more consistent range. Even her mood in the morning felt different. She did not feel like she had failed herself the night before. It was a small change with a big emotional impact. Something gentle, something manageable. something she could actually keep doing. This is the gift of pistachios. They create space. They help regulate energy and quiet the urgency of cravings. They support balance in a way that feels natural and human. The takeaway is to keep pistachios in their shells. Eat them slowly and mindfully, especially during the times of day when cravings feel strongest. A small handful is enough to create steadiness. Over time, this single habit can help shift not only your blood sugar, but your sense of control, calm, and confidence around food. Common mistakes. Many people try adding nuts but do not see any real difference because of how they eat them. One of the biggest mistakes is choosing flavored or coated nuts. Honey roasted, chocolate covered, candied, smoked, and heavily salted nuts may taste good, but they often come with added sugars or additives that push blood sugar higher instead of supporting it. The intention is good, but the result works against the body. Another mistake is treating nuts like a free snack. Nuts are nourishing, but they are also dense. A handful can help stabilize blood sugar. A large bowl can quietly add more calories than expected and create the opposite effect. Most people do not notice this happening because nuts feel healthy, and they are. It is just about portion and timing. A third common mistake is using nuts only when hungry or as a last-minute fix. The real benefit comes from consistency. The body responds to patterns, not occasional quick choices. When nuts are part of daily meals, they create a slow, steady foundation that smooths how sugar enters the bloodstream. Picture someone settling in for a movie at night. It has been a long day. They grab a bag of mixed nuts from the pantry and snack without thinking. By the end of the movie, the bag is mostly empty. They do not feel satisfied. They feel heavy. And the next morning, the numbers reflect that choice. Now imagine something different. A small prepared portion. A moment of awareness. Nuts paired with something simple like water, tea, or fruit. No rushing. No eating straight from the bag. The same food. A different experience. A different effect. The core message is simple. Choose nuts in their natural form. Portion them before eating. Include them as part of meals, not just snacks. Small, thoughtful steps create lasting stability. Bonus tip. One simple way to get even more steady blood sugar support from nuts is to pair them with your breakfast or your evening snack instead of eating them alone. For example, adding a small handful of almonds, walnuts, or pistachios to a bowl of plain yogurt or oats can help slow down how quickly the meal digests. This means the energy from that meal enters your system gradually, not all at once. It can make mornings feel smoother and more controlled. Another helpful idea is to create a small snack container in advance. When the low-energy moment arrives, you will already have the right amount ready. No guessing. No reaching for something sugary out of stress or hunger. It becomes a gentle routine that supports you without effort. Over time, these tiny adjustments shape your day in a way that feels calmer, clearer, and easier to maintain. Conclusion. Small changes done consistently can reshape your entire day. Almonds support steadier afternoons. Walnuts help your energy feel calmer and more even. Pistachios make evening cravings easier to manage. These are not strict diet rules. They are gentle supports your body can actually work with. When you choose foods that steady your rhythm, mornings feel lighter, meals feel calmer, and your relationship with hunger feels more peaceful. Try adding just one of these nuts today and notice how your body responds. If this was helpful, stay with this channel. There is more here to support your journey towards steadier, healthier days.